What's up, guys? I am back to finally bring you your recap. Well, I shouldn't say finally because this episode was uploaded a day late, my God. So I cannot even say finally because I'm actually still on time in a sense. But I am back to bring you your recap on The Circle NYC Season 3, Episode 3. And it is titled The Alliance. And initially, Nunu said that the episodes were going to air on Mondays between, I think, 7 and 9. But he said that on some days, until further notice, the episodes will probably be uploaded no later than Tuesday. So this episode was uploaded on Tuesday, and then there was some issues with YouTube crashing that night as well. So I'm gonna jump right in to do this recap. It's gonna be pretty quick. So this episode, of course, began where it left off last week, and that was at Bugs's video shoot for his song, My God. And I think the last thing that was to be addressed from last week was Aoki Lee, his cousin, was late to the video shoot. So she actually ended up showing up. And one thing that Aoki said was that you have to give women a 15-minute grace period at least. 15 to 30 minutes, my God, because of all that it takes to become and look beautiful. And I will say, I will confirm that what she said is 100% true. When I get brides ready for weddings and so on and so forth, or events, it is always easier to get the man ready before the bride in most scenarios, my God. So while I will say, in reference to Aoki saying that women need more time to get ready and to be beautified, in the same sense, women need to start getting ready sooner than men. That way you can be ready on time, because a call time is a call time. And when you think about this being Bugs' business and it being a professional shoot and having things set in a certain way, because time is money, especially when it comes to producing something, when it comes to video shoots, music, everyone's time is being financially accounted for. So women just have to learn to get ready sooner. Aoki, if it's going to take you 15 to 30 minutes extra, start 15 to 30 minutes sooner with getting ready, my God. Then at the video shoot, Chad took all the credit for finding the models, and he said he found all the models and made sure that they all had fat asses, my God. Now, that caught my attention because if you guys don't, you should be following Bugs on Instagram. And Bugs has consistently been showing his fat ass, my God, on hump day, Wednesdays. So it is no surprise to me that Chad made sure for all the models to have fat asses, because his own man has a fat ass, my God. You can go, as I've already stated, to Bugs' Instagram and see his fat ass for yourself, my God. Then it was also funny because in the confessional, Chad and Bugs were asked about fluffers being present for the models. And although this was a dominatrix sexual scene, I don't think it required for the models to be hard nor have an erection. But it was interesting that Chad knew what a fluffer was, but Bugs did not, my God. And Chad did say that plenty of the models were asking and were inquiring about fluffers. And I know I've done some sexual things. I've never needed a fluffer. I think I have a very vivid imagination to get me to where I need to be. I mean, hell, I'm at the gym some damn times and get an erection, so I definitely don't need a fluffer. But the explanation for a fluffer, of course, if you guys don't know, is someone who walks around the strip clubs or events where there are strippers and make sure that the guys stay erect or stay hard during their performances, my God. Because who wants to see a stripper with a flaccid dick? I don't. And was I the only one who was a tad bit confused about the scene with Earth Tone and the girl dancing up on him and looking as if she kissed him? Was that a part of the video shoot or was that separate? Because I noticed that the camera showed us that scene about 2 or 3 times, my God. So I wasn't sure if they were putting a bug in our ears, no pun intended, but a bug in our ears that maybe Earth Tone is bisexual, because I was a tad bit confused. It was not clear to me if that moment was specifically for the video shoot, because it seemed as if Bugs and Chad and whoever else was kind of behind the scenes wasn't filming the video. So I'm not 100% sure if Earth Tone was doing that for the video shoot or if he was just feeling the girl, my God. Then we saw Aoki and Earth Tone have their little moment. It was interesting to hear that Aoki Lee said that Earth Tone comes across shady. And I get that when people are standoffish or hesitant to converse with someone, they can be read as shady. And I feel like people who are very forward and standoffish come across even more shady because you're not really holding your tongue nor afraid to speak your mind, but you're also not as warm. And I think sometimes Earth Tone gives that off. But it was very interesting to hear that Aoki Lee does not like nor is she attracted to masculine men, my God, because you know that we all are fangirling over Earth Tone's masculine, sexy ass, my God. When I tell you, that's the first thing I said in season 3, episode 1 recap, my God. He is the epitome of masculinity and not I'm acting and straight appearing. He isn't acting, my God. He is who he is. So we all love it, but it was very interesting to see that Aoki and to hear that Aoki does not like masculine men at all. And I am very interested in knowing what's the backstory on her really being turned off nor being interested in masculine men. It's funny because it's almost like a reverse discrimination when you think about how there are guys, especially on like the dating apps, they'll say no fats, no femmes, and so on and so forth. She's saying no masculine. So now if it's just her preference, because some guys like girly guys, some guys like masculine guys. So if it's just her preference, I understand that. But the way she delivered it came across as if she had more of a backstory and history as it pertains to why she is not interested in masculine men, my God. Also, Aoki dropped a tad bit of a bomb, not really a bomb, but she dropped something on us and let us know that she has done porn before. Next, we were able to meet the gorgeous, sexy Chavis. And is it Chavis? Is it Chavis or Chavis? Because I felt like Chavis said his name was Chavis, but it sounded like B Hawk was saying Chavis. So I'm not 100% sure, but I will listen closely next episode to verify if it's Chavis or Chavis, my God. But we also were informed after meeting Chavis that he is into acting, modeling, marketing, and branding, my God. I have been waiting to see on this show because I've had a crush on Chavis for a while now, my God. I've seen him all over social media. He is definitely known for that beard, but I will say I remember Chavis before the beard, and he is truly gorgeous because there are a lot of guys out here these days catfishing with the beard. You remove the beard and you're not as handsome. But Chavis is definitely a gorgeous man with or without his beard. And we saw him getting ready for his photo shoot, and then B Hawk showed up and B Hawk did some styling for him, which was funny because B Hawk said, make sure you have my coin next time. And that's my thing. I will be a friend, be there to support you. But when it comes to using my skills, my God, we all deserve to get that coin for our expertise. But it was a great moment because B Hawk was catching Chavis up on the variety show with the cast, I believe. And one thing that Chavis said that was very significant and important to me was people have all these ideas, my God, but where's the contract? Where's the proof? And that's my thing. That's how I am. I will never go around throwing my ideas at people, especially prior to it really being something that's really going to be brought to life, my God. When I bring a project to even the church, my God, it's going to be fully developed. It's going to be ready, set, go, because everybody has all these ideas. And I feel like it's a waste of time at times to be listening to these ideas and no one is able to bring it to fruition, nor has the budget, and it just all sounds good. So I don't even pay attention to things unless there are contracts and dates to begin filming set in place. And as much as I love me some Chavis, and I just gave him all these props, my God, for being gorgeous, was I the only one who caught when B Hawk was sitting down before he left and Chavis was taking off his shirt and changing looks? I'm a tad bit disappointed that I found out and noticed that Chavis does not have an ass, my God. Chavis, where is your ass, baby? Now, I will say the whole frontal of you, the gorgeousness all up front makes up for it. But where is your ass, my God? Chavis does not have an ass. Then we were able to meet Melly B, whom I was informed is the self-proclaimed maybe star of season 2. And he is now on season 3. He had a training session, of course, with a very, very sexy trainer, my God. The trainer was gorgeous. I was getting wet just watching it, my God. But Melly B did give us some backstory on his relationship with Bugs, them having been friends and then them falling out because of things that Bugs said about not really effing with many people in out hip hop. And oh, really quick, yes, Melly B is supposed to be another out hip hop artist. I think I am completely oblivious to out hip hop because most of these people I never heard of, but they are coming across and seemingly very talented. But I feel like New York and hip hop has its own community that if you're not really into hip hop, you wouldn't know who these people are, my God. So I am excited to be introduced to these people as well as being exposed to something that I had no clue or that I wasn't really educated about. Next, we had probably a very significant and the most profound moment in this episode was finding out that Kevin, the producer, is positive. He decided to do a short film about his life and sharing his story. And I believe his artist is also positive from what was shared as well. The artist who I guess is playing him in the short film. And I love, this is why I said this show is so phenomenal because they have real life beefs that are being addressed, my God, but the show is balanced with educating us, giving us diversity, showing us all different flavors and types and sizes and genders, my God. I feel like this is a great representation of gay life and the LGBTQ life as a whole, my God. This is why I'm so committed to this show because there are so many layers and levels of things that are being addressed, and they're not being addressed from the standpoint of bashing, attacking, and being demeaning, but this is a show that is actually educating the people, my God. And so it was very beautiful to hear at least a piece of Kevin's story and what his intentions are and just his experiences with being positive, even him being emotional and sharing that he was pretty emotional. I believe his best friend who was there, she shared about how emotional he has been and was in reference to this project and being positive and sharing that story. So regardless of what I said last week about Kevin, in this moment, I loved him being open and willing to share with us his personal situation, my God. Especially something that people in our community are very hesitant and fearful of sharing, my God. Last but not least, let's address this scene where Earth Tone, in a sense, set Bugs up because he did not tell him that he was bringing him to the studio and that Swanee was going to be there. And I love the fact that episode 3 finally brought episode 1 full circle with finding out how Swanee and Bugs were going to resolve their issue. Then it was interesting to see what really happened in the moment versus seeing Bugs sharing what happened in his confessional. I do know that Swanee did say that he posted on Bugs's post and his comment was a link to their project. Now I will say that is a tad bit off and wrong. For someone to make a post and then you're advertising yourself and your brand on my post is a tad bit annoying, which is why I don't allow people, even on YouTube, to post links. If I want something to be advertised, I will approve it. So all of you guys who post links on stuff, it goes into my filter and I decide if I want it to be shown. So be careful when you post links to things in your comments because that is a tad bit disrespectful because it's my post. You can advertise on your own page and let me be able to decide what I want to be advertised on my page. So I do get how Bugs was offended and bothered by Swanee posting a link or advertising his brand or his people on his post or on his page, my God. But in the same sense, even Swanee saying that it was playful and joking, like I said before, if there was no laugh out loud or no punchline, I don't think that Bugs should be held accountable for not knowing that Swanee was joking when Bugs requested and asked Swanee to remove the post, my God. And then I believe Bugs said he doesn't fuck with the Alliance, doesn't understand it, but he doesn't want any issues with Swanee. But what I will say about this whole moment was I loved that these men resolved this issue like men and adults. It was a beautiful thing to see from the standpoint of how issues can be resolved if people focus on being mature and taking accountability for their rights as well as their wrongs. And I was gagging when Bugs did say he doesn't fuck with their music, but it was interesting that he was very open and sincere. And I think it just shows you that Bugs was more so fearful of how they were going to come across or how Swanee was going to come across, because he seemed to be very open to the idea of the conversation as well as if he could reconcile, to the point where Bugs was the first to offer an apology and Swanee apologized as well, my God. And I do want to expound on that whole moment where Swanee said, I invited you in my home, and then Bugs said, but I paid for it. The reality of it is, the studio, my place of business, regardless if you're paying or not, I still allowed you in my space. So I think it was a tad bit irrelevant for Bugs to say that he paid to be in Swanee's studio. It's still my space and I still allowed you to be there even if you paid. So I think Swanee's whole point was, I'm rooting for you. I think you're hot when it comes to hip hop. And Swanee repeatedly said it. He said it last week as well. So I do believe that Swanee was being playful and joking, because he said that repeatedly in last episode as well as this one. He does think that Bugs is talented and better than a lot of other people. And when I tell you I fell in love when Bugs, when he manned all the way the fuck up, because he was giving side eyes in his confessional in reference to the whole Alliance situation. But Bugs even said, he humbled himself and he was just like, at first I did not get the whole Alliance thing, but after working with them, he said he sees the significance of it. He sees that they're a brotherhood, and working with them really allowed for him to get it. And I think that was such a boss and mature statement and move to make, because there are times when we can be judgmental or make certain comments out of fear or into our own insecurities, but for Bugs to correct his behavior as well as his statement made me have so much respect for who he really is, not just as a person, but as an artist as well. And so it was great to see that Earth Tone setting Bugs up really worked out. And I must say, hearing Bugs in the studio, his flow sounded great. He sounded like he's a talented guy. I have to check out his music. I'm not that big on hip hop, but I do like supporting our people, my God, our people in the LGBTQ community. And that's about it, guys. I am excited about next week's episode. I'm not sure if it's going to air on Monday or Tuesday, but whenever it airs, I will be ready. And I'm just so proud of this reality web series and the direction that the content is going in, my God. And it made me proud as a Black LGBTQ man to see our brothers having issues and conflicts and being able to work it out without fighting and or disrespecting each other. I love that they came together and it worked out for the good, my God. And I love that it was all orchestrated by Earth Tone's ass, who you know we all love. But that's about it, guys. Please follow me on all social media outlets. Comment down below in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications. Share this video. And thank you guys for tuning in. Bye, guys.